To the punch.
I'm too slow. I'm too fat. I'm too weak. I'm too dumb. It's raining. It's cold. It's hot. I have a headache. I don't like sweating. I'm tired. I don't feel like it. I have a sore leg. My ankle hurts. I'm stressed out. There's a concert on. My dog is sick. I'm injured. I don't want to get my hair wet. It's too hard.
I can't.
So welcome. Today we're going to be talking about the psychology of excuses. Excuses. You hear a lot of them every day. We make a lot of them. So much so that there's actually a scientific name for it called cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is the mental stress or discomfort experienced by an individual who holds two or more contradictory beliefs, ideas, or values at the same time, or is confronted by new information that conflicts with existing beliefs, ideas, and values. So without all the scientific jargon, what does that mean to you? Basically, it means when you're challenged or when you're stressed, you will react a certain way, usually dependent on previous experience and environment, things like that. So how do we beat it? Well, basically, we'll go through a process called dissonance reduction. Scientifically means we either justify our reasoning for it or we change our reasoning. This is generally known as adoptive preference formation. So how do we affect behavioral change? How do we change from using excuses to say what we can't do to a proactive measure saying what we can do? So basically there are four aspects of behavioral change that we need to consider. Firstly, we can rationalize away the behavior, i.e., it doesn't matter what I do, it's only a drop in the bucket. Secondly, we can deny responsibility for the behavior, i.e., it's not my role, it's not my responsibility. Ultimately, we can distract ourselves from the dissonance itself, i.e., I've got other things to think about right now. And finally, we can change the behavior, i.e., let's take the time to address this right now. Which leaves us with the million-dollar question. How do we beat our fears? How do we overcome our doubts? And how do we stop making excuses? For me personally, it's what I can gain compared to what I can lose. I do a risk assessment. I look at what I can achieve, what I can accomplish, versus what's at stake. And once you compare the risk to the reward, and the reward is greater, the risk becomes meaningless. So I'd like to thank you for watching today's video. I hope it gives you a little insight into excuses and fears and overcoming self-doubt. And I'd like to leave you with a quote from Vince Lombardi, who said, "Winning is not a sometime thing, it's an all-the-time thing. You don't do things right some of the time, you do them all of the time. Winning is a habit." And that's a powerful quote because it gets you to address your goals and compare that reward versus risk.
To the punch.